Police say at least 8 people are dead and at least 9 are injured after a truck drove onto a busy lower Manhattan bike path, striking several people. Then the driver exited the vehicle, showing what police now say was a fake gun. They actually recovered a paintball gun and a pellet gun from that area. Police say the 29 was shot by officers and taken into custody. Law enforcement officials say this attack was directly targeting civilians. As we know, the incident happened at West Street and Chambers Street. It started around 3:10 this afternoon. As of now, police are not looking for any suspects. They have the suspect in custody. A witness said the truck had also collided with a school bus we saw and one other vehicle. Residents in the area are cautioned to avoid that entire area right now. And a short time ago, the mayor of New York City spoke about the attack.
This was an act of terror, and a particularly cowardly act of terror aimed at innocent civilians, aimed at people going about their lives who had no idea of what was about to hit them. We, at this moment, based on the information we have, we know of 8 innocent people who have lost their lives and over a dozen more injured. We know that this action was intended to break our spirit. But we also know New Yorkers are strong, New Yorkers are resilient, and our spirit will never be moved by an act of violence, an act meant to intimidate us.
Vic is in the newsroom with reaction to the chaotic scene in New York. Vic?
Well, Jessica, students from nearby Stuyvesant High School and other witnesses in the area tweeted they heard gunshots. One witness described what happened when the alleged attacker got out of his vehicle.
Okay, so what exactly did you see? We saw the video. Explain the cell phone video and how did you get it?
Okay, so I was on the bridge. So I just went to the bridge to see the accident because I saw a truck, Home Depot truck is just hit by something. So I thought it's an accident. I didn't heard any like gunshots or anything. So I was on the top. Then I saw the guy with 2 guns. He's running in the middle of the street. And the other students of the Stuyvesant on the bridge, they told me like they are like he has the gunshots, like he has a gun and the cops are at him. So suddenly then I heard the gunshots. Then I just went down because I was scared, and the other students too. So after the guns, like 5-6 gunshots, I didn't know which parts the gunshots coming from. I just heard it. Then I saw the guy. He is down on the ground, and the cops just got him.
That witness speaking with CBS News correspondent DeMarco Morgan. A man who was riding in an Uber along the West Side Highway near Chambers Street says he saw several people bleeding on the ground after a truck struck several people there. Here's how another witness describes the chaotic situation after the attack.
All I heard was the impact of a crash, and I turned around to see where that came from, and I saw the white pickup truck.
And then you saw him stumble out, you say, and noticeably. Did any police officers respond at that point to try to apprehend him?
By the time I was getting myself to safety over at Rockefeller Park, I already heard the chopper doing its job. I spoke to an officer briefly in the air asking me if I was okay, and I told him, yeah, I'm fine, I'm just running. There was a huge accident and somebody's been screaming gun, and I assumed the cops did the rest of their job from there.
And of course, the investigation continues in New York. Back to you in the studio.
Vic, thank you. WJZ has what you need to know about the terror attack in New York City. The New York City mayor says 8 people are dead after that suspect drove onto a busy bicycle path near the World Trade Center Memorial and struck several people. One suspect is in custody. Police say the attack was a deliberate act of terrorism. Stay with WJZ for continuing coverage of this attack in New York City.